Victoria's Secret & Company confirmed it is responding to a significant security incident. This event began on or before Wednesday, May 28, 2025. The company, known globally for its lingerie and beauty products, found its digital operations severely compromised. Such incidents often unfold with initial ambiguity, but the acknowledgement from Victoria's Secret signals a serious disruption. The full nature and scope of the breach are typically subjects of intense investigation in the early stages. For a major retailer, any unplanned system downtime can have immediate and cascading consequences, impacting both revenue streams and customer relations. The company's public and internal communications are now under a microscope as stakeholders await clarity. The most visible impact for customers was the disruption to Victoria's Secret's online shopping website. The site became inaccessible, preventing online purchases. Furthermore, some in-store services were also affected, hampering the retail experience for physical shoppers. Digital storefronts are the lifeblood of modern retail, and their sudden incapacitation points to a critical failure in the underlying infrastructure or a successful deep penetration by malicious actors. This direct hit on sales channels underscores the severity of the cyber attack. The company moved to contain the problem, but the immediate loss of online business represents a significant blow, especially in the competitive retail landscape where consumers expect seamless digital access. Internally, the security incident caused considerable turmoil. Some office operations were brought to a halt as a precautionary measure. Crucially, employees were advised to avoid using company technology, a directive that highlights the perceived risk of further compromise or data exfiltration. Reports emerged that on May 28, 2025, some employees found themselves locked out of their email accounts. Their existing passwords apparently ceased to work, suggesting that user credentials might have been compromised or systems controlling access were directly targeted. Such internal paralysis severely hampers communication, productivity, and the ability to coordinate a response effectively. This indicates the attackers may have gained widespread access. In response to the unfolding crisis, Victoria's Secret took decisive, albeit disruptive, action by taking its main e-commerce website offline. Concurrently, certain store services that relied on the compromised network infrastructure were also suspended. These measures, while impacting business continuity, are standard procedure in cybersecurity incidents. They are designed to prevent the further spread of malware, protect sensitive customer and corporate data, and allow investigators to work in a more controlled environment. The company also quickly moved to engage outside cybersecurity experts. These specialists are tasked with investigating the breach's origin and extent, remediating the vulnerabilities, and restoring systems securely, a complex and often time-consuming process. The disruption caused by the security incident extended far beyond just the public-facing website and some store functions. Victoria's Secret confirmed that its customer care operations were also halted. This means customers with queries, complaints, or issues regarding orders could not receive support, likely leading to increased frustration and a backlog of service requests. Additionally, some of the company's distribution center operations were stopped. This directly impacts the supply chain, preventing the fulfillment and shipment of orders. The inability to process and dispatch goods can lead to significant delays, further damaging customer satisfaction and potentially leading to order cancellations. These widespread operational impacts reveal the depth of the system compromise. Hilary Super, the Chief Executive Officer of Victoria's Secret, communicated the gravity of the situation to employees. In a note, she stated, "Recovery is going to take a while." This candid admission suggests that the incident is not a minor glitch but a substantial cyber attack with deep-rooted consequences. Such messaging aims to set realistic expectations among staff, preparing them for a potentially prolonged period of disruption and intensive recovery efforts. It underscores the complexity involved in cleansing systems, verifying data integrity, and ensuring that all vulnerabilities are addressed before bringing everything back online. The CEO's acknowledgement of a lengthy recovery process highlights the significant challenge ahead for the company's technical teams and their external partners. The financial markets reacted swiftly and negatively to the news of the cyber attack. Shares of Victoria's Secret fell by a significant 6.9% in New York trading on Wednesday, May 28, 2025. This sharp decline reflects investor concerns about the potential costs associated with the breach, including forensic investigation expenses, system remediation, potential regulatory fines, legal fees, and the loss of sales. Stock drops are a common consequence of major security incidents, as they shake investor confidence in a company's operational stability and its ability to protect its assets and customer data. The long-term financial impact will depend on the duration of the outage, the extent of any data theft, and the effectiveness of the company's response. This security crisis unfolds at a particularly sensitive time for Victoria's Secret. The company was already navigating a complex environment following an increased stake by investor BBRC International Pte Limited. In response to this move, Victoria's Secret had recently adopted a poison pill strategy, a defensive tactic designed to prevent a hostile takeover. Furthermore, the company is scheduled to report its earnings next week, a period when investor scrutiny is typically heightened. The cyber attack adds another layer of significant challenge and uncertainty, potentially overshadowing financial results and strategic discussions. The timing could hardly be worse, placing additional pressure on management to demonstrate resilience and a clear path to recovery. The security incident at Victoria's Secret is unfortunately not an isolated event within the retail sector. It is part of a broader, concerning pattern of escalating cyber attacks targeting consumer-facing companies. These organizations are attractive targets for malicious actors due to the vast amounts of sensitive customer data they collect and store, including payment information, personal details, and shopping histories. The retail industry's increasing reliance on interconnected digital systems, e-commerce platforms, and third-party vendors also expands the potential attack surface. This latest breach serves as another stark reminder that vigilance and robust cybersecurity defenses are paramount for businesses operating in today's threat landscape. Just last week, relative to May 28, 2025, global sportswear giant Adidas AG reported a data breach. In that incident, consumer data, including contact information from its customer service help desk, was stolen. The breach occurred not directly within Adidas's own systems, but via a third-party customer service provider. This highlights the significant risks associated with supply chain vulnerabilities, where the security posture of external partners can directly impact the primary organization. Attackers frequently target these third-party vendors as potentially weaker links to gain access to the data of larger corporations. The compromised data often includes names, email addresses, and phone numbers, which can be exploited for phishing attacks or identity theft. The United Kingdom has also seen a spate of cyber attacks affecting prominent retailers in recent weeks. Marks & Spencer plc is reportedly facing a staggering £300 million, approximately $403 million, hit to its operating profit due to a cyber attack that severely disrupted its sales and operations. That breach was attributed to human error at a third-party supplier, again underscoring the third-party risk factor. Similarly, UK supermarket chain Co-op stated that intruders had accessed and successfully extracted customer data during a recent cyber attack. These examples demonstrate the significant financial and operational toll that such security failures can inflict on retail businesses, extending far beyond immediate system downtime. Adding to the string of attacks, luxury department store Harrods Limited also disclosed that it had identified and thwarted attempts to compromise its systems. While Harrods may have prevented a full-blown breach, the attempt itself signifies the persistent threat level. A hacking group known as Dragon Force has claimed responsibility for several of the UK retail attacks. However, these allegations could not be independently verified at the time of reporting. It remains unclear if the attack on Victoria's Secret is connected to these UK incidents or the Dragon Force group. Attribution in cyberspace is notoriously complex, with threat actors often employing sophisticated techniques to obscure their origins and motives. The cyber attack on Victoria's Secret occurs while the company is deeply engaged in a significant turnaround effort. For several years, the brand has been working to revamp its image, moving away from its former exclusive and often criticized marketing approach towards one that emphasizes inclusivity and broader appeal. This strategy includes redesigning its physical stores, diversifying its range of models, and offering products that cater to a wider array of body types and preferences. This transformation is crucial for the company's long-term viability and relevance in a rapidly evolving consumer market. The security incident, therefore, is an unwelcome and potentially damaging distraction from these critical strategic initiatives. A major security breach like this one has the potential to undermine the progress Victoria's Secret has made in its turnaround. Customer trust is a fragile commodity, particularly for a brand that is actively trying to rebuild its relationship with consumers. News of compromised systems and potential data exposure can significantly erode that trust, making customers hesitant to shop online or share their personal information. The negative publicity surrounding a cyber attack can also overshadow the positive messaging associated with the inclusivity drive. The company's ability to manage this crisis effectively, communicate transparently, and demonstrate a commitment to security will be pivotal in mitigating long-term damage to its brand reputation. Victoria's Secret has affirmed that it is taking concrete steps to address the security incident and its aftermath. A key part of this response is the engagement of outside cybersecurity experts. These specialized firms bring crucial expertise in digital forensics, incident response, and system recovery. Their role will involve a thorough investigation to determine the attack vector, the extent of the compromise, and what, if any, data was accessed or stolen. Following the investigation, these experts will assist Victoria's Secret in eradicating any malicious presence from its networks, strengthening security controls, and safely restoring affected systems and services. This process is often meticulous and requires careful execution to avoid further issues. Ultimately, the ordeal at Victoria's Secret underscores the critical importance of robust and adaptive cybersecurity measures for all consumer-facing companies. In an era where digital interaction and data are central to business operations, protecting these assets is not merely an IT concern but a fundamental business imperative. These organizations are custodians of vast quantities of sensitive, personal, and financial data, making them prime targets. The financial costs of a breach, while substantial, are often dwarfed by the long-term reputational damage and the loss of customer loyalty. Continuous investment in advanced security technologies, employee training, incident response planning, and vigilant monitoring is non-negotiable for survival and success in the modern digital economy.